Barton with Illuminating the Soul. Thank you for being here. And I just want to talk to you a little bit today about the variations that I have, different workshops that I have with my Introduction to Shamanism workshops. There is the initiation, there's the immersion, and the activation. And so many people are like, well, what's the difference between the three of them? And do I have to take them in a certain order? And so I'm going to go into the details as far as the differences between each one, but you can take them in any order that your heart calls. I usually will offer one of the workshops in the spring and the summer and then in the fall. So it's whatever works for your schedule and timing for you. And so I'm going to start with the initiation. The initiation is all about studying the history of shamanism cross-culturally. I'll be sharing as far as about the similarities and also the unique differences depending on the cultures worldwide. And we'll be learning how to do journey work, shamanic journey work, which is actually one of the most pivotal and profound, most important aspects of working with the shamanic realms of the upper world and the middle world and the lower worlds. And I'm going to go more in depth with those three aspects as well, and how those can help you in your own personal life with healing and divination, guidance and direction. Many clients and students were like, how can I get more in touch with my guides? How do I know what their names are? What are their healing attributes? This workshop will be that type of intensive, and learning the journey work and learning to connect in and create your own spiritual tribe of your guides and healers and power animals. And so just various ways to be able to work with them. The other facet that is a part of the initiation is actually the lineage that I've studied with the Polynesian, with Hank Wesselman. And within this facet, you'll be learning how to create your sacred garden. What that consists of, it's like a virtual sacred garden that contains all four of the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Also other healing elementals that are important to you. You can invite your spirit helpers and guides to be able to help reside with you in your sacred garden. Now, the sacred garden that you're creating is a representation of your own life. So if something changes in your garden, something's changing in your life. If something's changing in your life, it's changing in your garden. And it's a very unique and profound, oh my goodness, very personal way to be able to work with various aspects in your own life for healing, and also to be able to create that, almost like have one foot in this earthly realm, but then also another foot in the spiritual realm, but also learning healthy boundaries, ways to be able to journey and to come back. So all of that is a part of the initiation. It's very hands-on, very experiential. So I always invite you to bring a journal, please, and anything that's going to make you feel comfortable in lying in a laying position and doing the journey work. We'll be sitting in a circle, and I love keeping my workshops to about 10 people so that it's very intimate. And I always wholeheartedly believe that anyone that comes together in those circles are meant to come together. So that's the initiation, okay? You can find more description on my website at illuminatingthesoul.com. Just click the events tab, and you'll be able to see as far as the initiation, the immersion, and the activation. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the immersion. So with the immersion, we're going to actively be participating in creating your own healing Mesa. Now, what that looks like is you're going to be, before the workshop, you'll be kind of gathering and collecting sacred artes, or medicine pieces that represent your earth, your water, your fire, and your air. And one of the last central pieces is the Quiche piece, which is a representation of you. We're going to be working with consecrating with Florida water, with cornmeal and tobacco, and the Kintu leaves that represent your body, mind, and spirit, and ways to be able to activate each of these artes or sacred medicine pieces. So you'll come with all your sacred pieces, a mesa cloth, cornmeal, tobacco, bay leaves, okay? And I will teach you how to be able to put together a healing mesa that you can use, once again, for your own healing purposes, and working with the different elements and what their attributes are and how they are in sync and in harmony with one another. the spiral, the sacred spiral of life that, you know, shows up so much of the time in flowers and the Fibonacci and the seashells, different things like that. And so how we have to have earth, air, fire, and water. And we have to have that soul, kindred soul sense of who we are. And so within this workshop, we're also going to be doing a lot of journey work and you connecting in with each of your sacred pieces of earth, air, fire, and water, and your Quiche. Also the cornmeal and the tobacco, which represents the divine feminine and masculine. And really setting forth this sacred journey for you to be able to actively work with these objects. Now, once again, in that first one, the initiation, you virtually create your sacred garden. Within this, the activation, we're actually, within the immersion, we're actually creating the physical representation with your Mesa cloth and your sacred objects to be able to work with every single day. And once again, if something changes on your Mesa, it's changing within you. If it changes within you, it's changing in your Mesa. So it's one of those things that if you need healing, or if you know a friend or family member that needs healing, you can actively work with different crystals and stones and essential oils, different things like that to be able to make a difference, to be able to meditate and pray with your sacred Mesa. So I'm going to be teaching you, and this is all based more on the Peruvian lineage that I learned, and working once again with your power animals and your spirit helpers and guides. And we'll be doing, like I said, a lot of journey work and continuing to build your spiritual allies with those tularies that will be able to help you. The last one is the activation. Okay, within that weekend workshop, we're actually going to be creating a prayer stick, which is a sacred object, and you being able to connect in with Father Sky and Mother Earth, the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, and physically create the prayer stick. So you'll, on your path, as you're walking around, you'll be able to find a sacred stick or tree branch that has spoken to you. We'll be learning about the sacred medicine of that particular tree that you chose, and do journey work on behalf of learning the medicine of why you're choosing that particular tree and why it's choosing you. No differently than the objects that you may bring, crystals, stones, leather, shells, feathers, that type of thing, that you may choose to be able to create and place on your prayer stick, creates much more powerful medicine and intention of where you are in your life right now, what you're needing assistance from, and then how to be able to charge that particular prayer stick and different ways to be able to use it in your daily life. So I hope this kind of breaks down the various lineages of each of the shamanic workshops. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at tammy@illuminatingthesoul.com. I hope you join me. I have many students that have taken the workshops and they'll take it again, and which is always incredible. But most importantly, I just hope you join me on this path of personal healing and transformation. So until then, do something today that illuminates your soul, and visit my website for greater depths and descriptions of the workshops as well. The ones that I'll be offering this year, and at www.illuminatingthesoul.com. All right, take care. We'll see you soon.